Hey, if it makes you feel good to cosplay as revolutionaries, knock yourself out, burn yourself out. Just don't drag Gaza into it. Also, throwing stuff on paintings is just stupid.
Bill Maher torched the woke mob for trashing America to push selfish agendas. They slam this country non-stop, yet never pack up and leave. Maher exposed that hypocrisy with sharp critiques and laugh-out-loud roasts.
Needs to tell the people who block traffic in the name of a cause, no one likes you. And you're probably hurting your cause. In case you haven't seen what's going on lately, activists for ending the war in Gaza have taken to gathering on roads and bridges and stopping commuters from crossing. It happened last week in New York and San Francisco, Chicago, Seattle. They also blocked traffic here on the 405, but no one knows.
Maher ripped into activists who block roads to force their views. Hard-working parents, students, and workers pay the price for their tantrums. His humor shredded the hypocrisy, and the crowd knew he was right.
What I did notice was this, that you have to be pretty dumb to think that the way to bring people around to your point of view is to make them late to pick up their kids from daycare. And that's what most normies are thinking. I have a kid, I have a job, and yes, I'm sure there are injustices on both sides in the Middle East, as there are injustices all over the world, but I'm going to be late for work, something you protesters on the bridge seem to have the luxury of not having to worry about, which seems kind of privilegey.
Maher dropped a brutal truth bomb. Americans focus on survival, not hashtags. Bills, kids, and work matter more than fake street theater. Blocking roads punishes regular people. That's arrogance, not activism.
You can glue your hands to the street because your hands don't have to do any work today. I'm not saying there aren't sincere passions about Gaza, especially among people from the region, but social justice warriors, for a lot of them it seems like it's more about the warrioring than about whatever the cause is. If you really cared about apartheid so much, which Israel does not actually practice, Arabs there vote, they serve in parliament, they sit on the judiciary, wouldn't you start with this? With the hundreds of millions of women in the world who live under a true apartheid, a gender apartheid of the most brutal kind? I'll wait.
Maher exposed the hypocrisy of protests for Gaza. They ignore brutal oppression in Arab nations where women suffer daily. It's not principle driving them, it's optics, clout, and clicks.
Truth to power, or do you just think you look cool in a keffiyeh? Which is really just the new Che Guevara t-shirt. Another historical figure you never researched and so think is a hero, but was actually a sadistic, racist monster fighting for communism, the worst form of government ever. But these are small matters. When
woke warriors rally behind slogans and trendy t-shirts they don't understand. Symbols they glorify often have dark, violent histories. Maher nailed it. Ignorance dressed up as righteousness is just cosplay.
Matters when activism merges with narcissism. Less about the cause and more about me. Look at me. Watch me. And if you like the way I'm fighting injustice, remember to like and subscribe.
These activists aren't driven by conviction. They're chasing followers. Every protest is a selfie opportunity. Every march a viral clip. Maher showed it's not activism at all. Just branding for clout.
In February, a sad, confused man even lit himself on fire in front of the Israeli embassy, and in his last Facebook post, he said, "Many of us like to ask ourselves, what would I do if I was alive during slavery?" Interesting cocktail question, sir, and I guess the right answer is kill myself. But it wouldn't have actually fixed the problem if General Ulysses S. Grant had immolated himself and his last words were, "Hey, Lincoln, are you using that?"
Flag burnings, self-immolations, and street theater make viral clips. But once the smoke clears, nothing actually changes. Maher cut through it. Real change needs work, not pyrotechnics.
Diminish how sad it is that someone would take their own life for any reason, but maybe from now on, before anyone commits an act of civil disobedience, they should ask themselves a few questions, like, is the most important thing in my life something I hadn't heard of 6 months ago? Do I even know? Do I even know what the fuck I'm talking about? Am I really here for the cause, or is the cause here to bring you me?
Maher exposed clueless protesters who can't explain their own slogans. They parrot talking points but collapse under simple questions. It's not belief, it's peer pressure, activism built on ignorance.
If it makes you feel good to cosplay as revolutionaries, knock yourself out, burn yourself out. Just don't drag Gaza into it. Also, throwing stuff on paintings is just stupid.
Protesters scream, glue themselves to roads, even attack art. Yet most can't discuss the causes they pretend to fight for. Maher nailed it. It's attention-seeking chaos, not real change.
Potatoes on a Monet and thinks, he's got a point, I should recycle my cans. Last week, Google employees staged a sit-in to protest their company doing business with Israel. Their T-shirts said, Googlers against genocide, but they could have just as well said, look at me, see me. And Google did see them to the door.
Maher's takedown wasn't just comedy, it was pure truth. These activists thrive on hashtags and optics, not substance. Real change comes from knowledge and work, not arrogance and theater.